Youth is a special season of life, full of vigor, dreams, and endless possibilities. It's a period that shapes the future, sets life's direction, and builds the foundation for years to come. The Bible offers countless stories and teachings about the power, choices, and responsibilities of youth. By drawing lessons from these scriptures, young people can discover the wisdom needed to live a purposeful and meaningful life before their youthful days slip away. 1. Seek God early. Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the days of trouble come and the years approach when you will say, I find no pleasure in them. Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived, encourages young people to seek God while they are still in their youthful years. He emphasizes that this is the best time to form a strong relationship with God because the challenges and distractions of adulthood haven't yet set in. Just like Samuel, who served in the temple from a young age in 1 Samuel 3, youth should dedicate their time to knowing God. By doing so, they create a solid foundation for facing life's challenges. 2. Avoid bad company. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. This verse warns against associating with people who could lead one astray. Youth is a time when peer pressure is strong, and the company one keeps can greatly influence one's actions and decisions. Think about Rehoboam, Solomon's son, who rejected the advice of wise elders and instead followed the counsel of his young, inexperienced friends. 1 Kings 12. This poor choice led to the division of the kingdom. Choosing friends wisely is crucial in maintaining good morals. 3. Flee from immorality. 2 Timothy 2:22. Flee the evil desires of youth and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace. Paul urges Timothy to actively avoid youthful temptations and pursue what is right. This message is clear. Certain things should be avoided to maintain a pure life. Like Joseph, who fled from Potiphar's wife in Genesis 39:12, young people should resist temptations that could derail their future. Running away from sin isn't weakness, but wisdom. 4. Cultivate humility. James 4:10. Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up. Humility allows God to work in one's life. Many youthful dreams fail due to pride, but God honors those who walk humbly. Consider the humility of David. Even after being anointed king, he continued to serve King Saul faithfully. 1 Samuel 16. His humility paved the way for God to elevate him at the right time. 5. Embrace hard work. Proverbs 6:6-8. Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest. This proverb encourages diligence in preparation. Youth should avoid laziness and instead work hard to secure a better future. Just as Ruth worked tirelessly in the fields to provide for herself and Naomi, Ruth 2, young people should embrace hard work, knowing that diligence brings rewards. Number 6, develop a spirit of service. Matthew 20:28. Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Serving others is a key principle that Jesus demonstrated. Service brings purpose and fulfillment. Think of Esther, who risked her life to serve her people. Esther 4:16. Youth should seize opportunities to help others, which brings a sense of purpose. 7. Guard your heart. Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. The heart is the center of thoughts, emotions, and actions. What we allow into our hearts can define our life's course. Consider how Samson allowed his heart to be led astray by Delilah, Judges 16. As a result, he lost his strength and purpose. Young people must be vigilant about what they allow to influence them. 8. Learn to forgive. Ephesians 4:32. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. Holding on to grudges only brings pain. Learning to forgive is a crucial lesson for maintaining healthy relationships. Joseph forgave his brothers who sold him into slavery. Genesis 50:20. By choosing forgiveness, he was able to restore his family and fulfill God's plan for his life. 8. Learn to forgive. Ephesians 4:32. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. Holding on to grudges only brings pain. Learning to forgive is a crucial lesson for maintaining healthy relationships. Joseph forgave his brothers who sold him into slavery, Genesis 50:20. By choosing forgiveness, he was able to restore his family and fulfill God's plan for his life. 9. Stay true to your values, Daniel 1:8. But Daniel resolved not to defile himself with the royal food and wine. Despite being in a foreign land, Daniel stayed true to his beliefs and values. This act of faithfulness brought him favor and success. Youth should be like Daniel, refusing to compromise their beliefs even when faced with pressure. Sticking to one's values can open doors for blessings. 10. Be courageous. Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Courage is needed to face challenges and seize opportunities. God's promise to be with us gives the strength to face any situation. David showed courage when he faced Goliath, 1 Samuel 17. Even when others doubted him, he trusted God and achieved victory. 11. Be faithful in small things. Luke 16:10. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. This verse highlights the importance of being responsible even in seemingly insignificant tasks. Faithfulness in small matters prepares one for greater responsibilities. Think about the story of David again, who, before becoming a king, was a shepherd. 1 Samuel 16:11-13. His dedication to looking after his father's sheep showed that he could be trusted with bigger tasks, eventually leading to him ruling a nation. Youth should be diligent and trustworthy in every task, no matter how small, as it can lead to greater opportunities. 12. Maintain integrity. Proverbs 11:3. The integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. Integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. This verse emphasizes that integrity provides clear guidance, while dishonesty leads to destruction. Job is a prime example of integrity. Job 2:3. Even when he lost everything, he refused to curse God or compromise his principles. Young people should prioritize honesty and uprightness, knowing that integrity builds a lasting reputation. 13. Be a good steward. Matthew 25:14-30. In the parable of the talents, Jesus tells a story about servants entrusted with their master's money. 2 invested wisely and were rewarded, while 1 buried his talent and was rebuked. This teaches youth to wisely use the resources, gifts, and opportunities God has given them. By investing their time, skills, and money wisely, they can achieve growth and success just as the faithful servants did. 14. Control your tongue. James 3:5-6. Likewise, the tongue is a small part of the body, but it makes great boasts. Consider what a great forest is set on fire by a small spark. The tongue also is a fire. The tongue, though small, has a powerful impact. Words can build up or tear down, and youth must learn to use their words wisely. Think of Peter, who denied Jesus 3 times. Matthew 26:69-75. His words had serious consequences, but he later repented and became a bold preacher. This serves as a reminder to young people to be mindful of their words, using them to speak life and truth. 15. Be wise with time. Ephesians 5:15-16. Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. Paul encourages believers to make the best use of their time, recognizing that every moment is valuable. Consider how Jesus, even with only 3 years of ministry, used his time wisely to teach, heal, and fulfill his mission. Youth should avoid wasting time on meaningless pursuits and instead focus on activities that build their character and future. 16. Stand firm in faith. 1 Corinthians 16:13. Be on your guard. Stand firm in the faith. Be courageous. Be strong. This verse encourages believers to remain steadfast in their beliefs, even when faced with challenges. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego demonstrated unwavering faith when they refused to bow to King Nebuchadnezzar's statue. Daniel 3. Even when threatened with the fiery furnace, they stood firm and were miraculously saved. Youth should hold on to their faith, regardless of peer pressure or adversity. 17. Use your gifts. 1 Peter 4:10. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. This verse emphasizes that every individual has unique gifts meant to benefit others. Instead of hiding or neglecting these talents, one should use them to serve others. Think of the boy who offered his 5 loaves and 2 fish to Jesus, which he used to feed 5,000 people. John 6:9-13. No gift is too small when placed in God's hands. Youth should discover and develop their talents, using them to bless others. 18. Avoid envy and jealousy. Proverbs 14:30. A heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones. Envy is destructive and can lead to bitterness. This verse encourages contentment and inner peace. Cain's jealousy of Abel led him to commit the first murder. Genesis 4:3-8. This tragic outcome serves as a warning to young people about the dangers of envy. Instead of comparing themselves to others, youth should celebrate others' successes and focus on their own journey. 19. Be generous. Proverbs 11:25. A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. Generosity brings blessings, and giving to others opens doors for receiving. The widow of Zarephath shared her last meal with Elijah during a drought. 1 Kings 17:8-16. Because of her generosity, God ensured her jar of flour and jug of oil never ran dry. Youth should cultivate a spirit of giving, knowing that generosity leads to abundance. 20. Trust God's plan. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. God has a purpose for everyone, and trusting His plan leads to a fulfilled life. Even when life doesn't make sense, faith in God's guidance brings peace. Joseph endured betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment, yet he remained faithful, trusting that God had a greater purpose for him. Genesis 37:50. Eventually, he became a ruler in Egypt, saving many lives during a famine. Youth should trust that God's plan for their lives is good, even when faced with challenges. In conclusion, youth is a season brimming with opportunities, energy, and potential. It's a time to lay a solid foundation for the future, make wise choices, and nurture values that will guide one through life's journey. The Bible provides timeless wisdom and valuable lessons, showing how young people can live a life full of purpose, integrity, courage, and faith. By learning from these biblical examples and principles, you can navigate the challenges of youth with confidence, ensuring that you grow into a person of strong character and unwavering faith. Remember, each decision made today shapes the destiny of tomorrow. Choose to live wisely, embrace God's teachings, and make your youth a time of growth, impact, and preparation for the greater things ahead.